So we have 1K level. Poland versus Ozymandias. And here, we'll change the color. That's better. Okay, let's look at the Civ matchup. We've got Britons versus Sicilians. So Britons gonna have the extra long range. Sicilians gonna have the extra tanky cavalier. So in this matchup, it's pretty even, honestly. Like, I don't think I would really favor one over the other. Maybe slightly towards Britons. Because, I mean, Britons is insane. Especially with Warwolf, you just snipe everything. But, you know, Sicilians, they are going to have the long-lasting farms, which can really help them with certain timings. Especially early imp timing, if they get the heavy plow farms. It's so hard to beat. So you got to be careful. You kind of can't go aggressive against Sicilians early imp. Unless you're like fast imp. But if the game plays out normally, if you try and go for like an early imp push, the Sicilians is just going to have all the farms not needing reseeding, which saves money there, which means they're going to have money for military. So I think you got to be a little careful about that. That probably isn't going to come into play really that much at 1K, but we'll see. Let's see how this ends up going. Here, we're going to put it on just a little bit faster for now to get through the early game. Let's talk a little bit about the map. We've got the forward stone, which could be a bit of an issue, but 2 back golds, really nice. Berries back here, so the farm's going to be in the back, really good. This looks like it's walled off by the trees, so you could get rid of these, or, I mean, not, doesn't matter. You have lots of space. Well, not lots of space, but like a medium amount of space, which is good. So, pretty good. Yeah, 0 on wood. It's not the biggest deal, though. Honestly, like, build order on this map is whatever. It's as long as you don't idle the TC, you're fine. And you, like, eventually go to wood. It doesn't matter that much. Yeah, I mean, like, both players idling the TC probably way more than they should have here, but, you know, Arabia, you don't really push deer, but on Arena, you kind of have to push deer, so it can be a skill that these players haven't really worked on as much. And, yeah, so we will take a look at like timings and stuff, but the actual build, like when to go to wood, it doesn't really matter that much, honestly. It's like I've done some testing and it honestly, it barely matters. So yeah. Oh, Loom, we got housed. Oh no. Well, that happens. Yeah, Loom is definitely not something that you want to get, but I guess if you're housed, you might as well. The only thing that means is that you are gonna have to you're going to have to collect 50 more gold to get to Castle Age. So you have to remember to send one more villager to Castle, or to gold. Usually you send the last 2 villagers in Dark Age to gold. So like right here, we should have 2 on gold, but you need 3 on gold right now. Wait, no, where are you going to Feudal Age here? Wait, what are we doing? You will never get up to Castle Age. I'm confused. Second wood line. Like, the only way you get up to Castle Age here is if you do some crazy market abuse, just like all on gold and then mark it up. But we have like a lumber camp coming down, so we're not thinking about Castle Age really as much. We need gold. Like, the thing is that if you were Khmer, you could do this because you don't need buildings. But for this Civ, you need to spend like 350 res on buildings, or 325, and it's like we're not gonna have that res. We could sell the stone, but then what do we do once we get to Castle Age? We do nothing, because we don't have stone. Okay, I'm confused as to what you're doing. Looks like you still want to go to Castle Age, but you're up too early. Yeah. Even ultra efficient with, like, high-level Britons, you could probably get up maybe 1 vil later. Maybe. But yeah, we're not doing the things efficiently in the way that we would need to do that. So let's see. Instantly we go for, oh, we're just gonna go Ecotex. Okay, well that's gonna delay the Castle Age even further. So your opponent's gonna get up to Castle Age and he's gonna have just a really great position because he's gonna be able to add TCs. So you think you're expanding your economy by making Ecotex and Feudal Age, but actually it's slowing down your TCs that you would get in Castle Age. So it actually hurts your economy to get Ecotex here. Wickers. So yeah, Ecotex in Feudal Age, they're great if you're going to stay in Feudal Age for a long time, but generally, you want to get to Castle Age so that you can make TCs on Arena. So, yeah, we're gonna be a little bit late going up here, but you will be able to get up. A little bit of market magic. You kind of ran out of food though. That's the thing. We don't have any Dark Age farms, so it's like we got Horse Collar without making farms. That's a big no-no. If you're gonna get Horse Collar, you got to make farms. Like, yeah, we're gonna make them now, but if you didn't get Horse Collar, you could have sold off the wood, had a bit more food, a little smoother to get up, and then you make Horse Collar on the way up. A little bit of housed again. Yeah, a little bumpy. Little bumpy. Looks like the opponent had a bit of housed too. He's getting loom. So bumpy for him as well. But that's okay. Ooh, we really don't need to have 5 vills building both of those, but it's more clicks, I guess. Yeah, you're gonna sell some wood and hopefully go up here. Maybe even idle a little bit. You could make one more vill, probably be okay. Probably be okay. Yeah, how many games are you on? It's second placement game. Yeah. So, definitely, like, a lot of little things here. So far, so good, other than, like, for this elo, it's fine. It's like, 1 minute idle TC is really not that bad at this level. Obviously, you want to get that as close to 0, but it's honestly fine. You're definitely improvising quite a lot here, but... yeah, with more experience, you will figure out what's good. And as you figure out what's good, you will be able to get to Castle Age faster. So yeah, generally, try and go up. Like, an early uptime for me would be like 24 villagers and then +2 in the next age. So you were up on 20 villagers, so it was going to be way too early. So just think of this number. Go up on 24 villagers or more. Probably more. Like, if you go up on, like, 26 villagers, it's going to be later than, like, what a pro's going to do, but it's going to be a lot more forgiving. A lot easier to actually execute. And you want to take the easy way out here until you build up skills, and then you can start doing the more difficult builds. Like, you could try to do difficult builds at this level, but you're not going to be able to really be as efficient, so it's not really worth it. Tony! Thanks for the sub for 3 months. Nice. I mean, this mining camp should have been like 2 tiles down. You want to make it as efficient as possible. This doesn't cost you anything. It's better placement. So you want to always be thinking about your camp placements. Like, this lumber camp could have been on this flat side. Because, look, it's getting super chopped out already. They have to walk pretty far. But if it's, like, here, then they have a lot more surface area to... until it gets so chopped out like this. So you want to be... thinking a little bit more about that. Like, the mining camp is in a good spot. You could have put 2 villagers in the hole and then, like, had the mining camp on the outside and then have 2 villas on the outside. That's the most efficient mining camp you could have made, but this is still fine. This is like a standard one. So that's good. Yeah, even this lumber camp probably should have been where this one was. But we generally don't want to make another lumber camp. So especially as Britons, you get cheaper TCs. So instead of making this lumber camp, you just make a TC once you're up here. And then it's fine. You don't need to spend the 100 wood. So we're on Goldstone already, but we're too late to go for a castle, so we're gonna get TCs. I'm assuming TC. No, monastery. Okay, it's fine. Where are TCs though? Because that's the key. Opponents only added 1 additional TC, but you should be adding 2 more TCs here. TC, good, perfect spot, exactly where you want it. Beautiful. Generally using either 3 or 4 villagers is better. It's like the calculated, efficient number to use. 6 is just too much. Like, you could have 2 more vills just still working on wood, which gives you a bit more wood income, which is nice. Because you need wood to get that other TC. Yeah. Teal's making spearmen. Yeah, I mean, Teal is, like... having that 1 spearman just in case your opponent's going scouts is actually okay. Even high-level players do that. And he's gonna be pretty good taking those. Yeah, opponent's adding the other TC, but I mean, we're Britons. We gotta use the Briton bonus, which is the cheaper TCs. That's so important. That's what makes Britons good, is the cheaper TCs. Now, what makes Sicilians good is the farms, but he didn't get heavy plows, so he's not quite using his bonus here as well. Yeah, Bowsaw, not as good as adding another TC. Usually, like, if you're going to go straight into boom, which is what you generally do, on Arena. You want to get the TCs going and then Bosa after the TCs. Ooh, we are crazy. What is this TC? All right. You want gold. All right. I mean, maybe you'll get away with it, actually. That's kind of crazy, though. All right. Should be good if he doesn't spot it. Take a little bit of preemptive map control here. We got fervor. We go fast. Well, he's got his spear, but you can convert that if you see it. Britons can't help but colonize the map. Yeah, true. True. I like that you're getting the eco text, though. This is good. You don't want to forget them, so it's better to just go greedy and get them.
15 of the best for Elise months. GG's always.
Thanks, Needled. Really good good for the Sicilians player to keep the scout on this relic. That's very smart, actually. That's what you want to do. He's going outside as well. What are these players doing? It's so risky. It's so risky. All right. It's fine, though. Okay, so let's take a look at the eco balance. So each TC needs roughly 6 villagers to keep running. So 6 villagers on farms, I should say. So we have 9 on food. We need to add 7 more on food to keep 3 TCs running. So we need to get up to 18 farms or 16 with wheelbarrow. We have wheelbarrow, so 16 farms. That's the priority. So there should be a switch in your brain when you add this TC. Check the food. If you don't have enough on food, get to what you need to spend the wood on is more farms until you get to the desired keeping TC running food count. So if we have the 3 TCs, we need 18 farms. That's like the priority. We have all this wood. You did add some more farms here, which is good. Nice, the full work farms. Beautiful. So yeah, we got there now, which is good. But anyways, that's something to keep in mind. And yeah, I mean, at this point, if you want to make a military unit, it's probably going to be longbowing. It's going to take a while to get into, so as soon as you get 650, honestly, I'd like buy 200 stone here and just like make it. You can protect the monastery even, like here, it's okay. It's kind of close to the enemy. If he gets up faster, he can treb it, but you know, you can protect this stone. You could even go out. If you're feeling spicy, you put it like here. The reason why you don't get a TC on the outside is because it's easy to attack with a castle. So it's like, if I'm gonna go up imp, I just go up faster imp, place it here, take this all out, and then it's like my imp is kind of paid for in terms of I've done as much damage to my opponent as imp cost me, so it's like just kind of worth it. Anyways, not exactly, but it's like kind of like that. You're gonna guarantee do damage to your opponent if they have an outer TC, so it's like really risky. Opponent's 4 TC, you're only 3 TCs, so opponent is slowly getting ahead on economy. Well, in an ideal world when he has enough food to sustain, but for 4 TCs, he needs to have like 22, 23, 24 farms around there, and he's not got quite that, so yeah, he's not quite able to keep the TCs running all the time, which means you're able to kind of keep up. So where's your castle gonna go? We have enough for the castle. Let's see. The main issue here, look, is the wood float. That is the biggest, like, #1 thing that you can fix at this elo to get better is the wood float. Like, if you spend the wood on farms or spend it on production, like, just spend it on something, you will gain 200 elo, like, easily. Just always be thinking, especially on this map, you're not really doing too much with military or anything. Just think, okay, spend the wood. Spend the wood on something. So, like, right now, we have all this wood. We're getting that. We're going to get some houses. That's good. What we could do, we could even add another TC. It's not a bad idea. But more farms. We could take villagers off wood and get them on gold. That would be good. Like, basically just select all these, bring them out on gold. I mean, you have lots of gold, so you wouldn't do that. But, you know, I would build a mill here or build a TC, build farms around it. That's what you would want to spend. Ballistics is like, I mean, you don't really need it yet. It's something that you want to get eventually, but better to get it now and not forget it, I guess. But usually you'd get that a little later. But it's fine. It's fine. No sense in criticizing it because it doesn't really cost you any resources that you don't need. Or that you need, I should say. Okay, we're getting armor, though. Okay, this is a big mistake. We don't want to be upgrading all of our longbowmen until we're up. So basically, like, since you played Castle Age, this Boomy style, you want to get to Imp, and then you go full military. But if you go for full military now, you're just going to have Castle Age units. So basically, Castle Age units, they're going to be greater at the start of Castle Age or earlier in Castle Age. But as Castle Age goes on, you get closer to Imperial Age, then you want to have higher tech stuff because your opponent's going to have higher tech stuff. So if we start making Castle Age units at the end of Castle Age, then suddenly we're Castle Age versus Imperial Age, and that's going to be a problem. So instead of investing into these military upgrades, these expensive food cost upgrades, we could be Imp, and then we get those upgrades on the way up to Imp. And then we can make Trebs, we can get Bracer, all these things. Whereas getting these upgrades before Imp, it just slowed us down to clicking up. And we're not even using the units anyway, so the upgrades don't do anything right now. Because they only do anything when you actually fight. So we want to avoid getting military upgrades until we're ready to take a fight, or like maybe the opponent's going to force a fight or something. Like, yeah, you don't want to have military upgrades just doing nothing, because they will do nothing unless you use your units. So that's the bottom line. Adding a stable, which is kind of weird. I think that against Sicilians, you can kind of expect them to go for cavalry. So you could go for like a Longbowman Halb would be pretty good. And even if he doesn't go for cavalry, it's like, it's fine. Oh, he's going to go skirms, actually. Okay. Well, that's kind of weird. Do you like see that or something? I don't think you have any. You don't have any eyes on anything. So, adding cavalry as Britons here is kind of weird though. I think just full Longbowman is good. Longbowman, you're gonna add. Okay, you're gonna add Halb. Oh no, oh, it was a misclick. Okay, you're gonna add some scouts. Yeah, he has the sergeants now. He went First Crusade. Oh, he went First Crusade. He has all these, but I mean. The Longbowmen counter that, so it's fine. Okay, murder holes, that's fine, I guess. And we need to get Bracer. Oh, wait, no, we're not up. It's the opponent that's up. So your opponent's going to probably go for Elite Sergeant here. And your opponent isn't making Siege, which is going to slow him down a lot, which is really nice. This castle's good. I like it. Really like it a lot. You got 2 relics, too, which is really good. Oh, Men-at-Arms, what are we doing? So you want to be thinking about what does this unit accomplish? If I'm going to go into a unit, what does it accomplish? So what does Men-at-Arms accomplish here? It's like, do they really win against sergeants? I'm not so sure. I think elite sergeants with the armor should do pretty well against champions. I think longbow's still your play. Yeah. Sergeants, they have pretty good melee armor. Like, look, they have 3 here, and they go up to 4 once he gets elite. So 4 base melee armor is, like, really good. That's like Boyar, I think. Oh, no, Boyar have more. That's like Castle Age Boyar, I think. But anyways. We want to fully upgrade the Longbowman first. We need elite, and then we can push. But if we try and do too many things, we try and go, like, scouts, we try and go men-at-arms, we try and go longbowman, then we don't have enough of anything. We don't have a fully upgraded unit. So we need to get just full commit on the Longbowman until we have all the upgrades, or at least the important upgrades. And then we want to go for like a meat shield after that. But if we try and do both at the same time, the Longbowmen don't do enough damage, and then the meat shield just dies instantly. So yeah, it's not really good. Champs win slightly. And yeah, and cost effectiveness, right? But like, it's not about cost effectiveness here. It's just like, in a maxed out army, I'm pretty sure the sergeants would probably win. Like 1 to 1, I guess. Like, we're thinking about the 200-200 army. Yeah. I could be wrong still, though. Okay. We still don't have elite. Elite's kind of the upgrade. Elite and chemistry. Those are the 2 upgrades that we want here. So, we don't want to be upgrading anything else until we have elite longbowman and chemistry. Then we can do something else. We're, like, adding knights, which aren't going to do anything because they don't have any upgrades. That's gonna, like, these things are costing so much. That's a lot of gold that's kind of wasted. Okay. This is a bit risky because your opponent should have Trebs right now, but I guess you have all these longbowmen, but you need elite. So I think the biggest issue here is just not committing to 1 unit. We want to have all the longbowmen upgrades. There we go, elite. And we were probably going to forget about chemistry. That one's easy to forget about, but it's really important to get. And, yeah. I mean, basically, the moment we have Elite, we can actually start pushing. Well, we need Trebs, but Elite allows us to have a strong army that can protect the Trebs. Before Elite, we can't do anything. Yeah, exactly. We just need Longbowmen and Trebs here. We don't need to use the Brain too much. He does have his Skirms out now, but, like, they don't have upgrades. They're not useful. But if you had, like, 3 Trebs, instead of all of these useless upgrades that we're not using, if we have, like, 3 Trebs, 4 Trebs, we're killing these castles with the army. Actually, you can kill all these. He has no upgrades. You just kill them instantly. Okay. I mean, you'll kill that, too. Okay. I mean, he actually has no upgrades here, though. One thing you can get in the habit of doing is clicking the opponent's units, checking the upgrades. Because you would actually kill all of those in like 2 seconds. They would all die. But if you let him live here and he gets upgrades, that's going to be a problem. Yeah, see, this is why this castle was a bit risky. Because it's a little awkward if he gets Trebs here. Yeah, I don't think Sicilians have the final archer armor. Just test the waters by shooting the skirms at least. Come on, don't be so scared. Longbowmen counter these skirms because they don't have upgrades. Oh yeah. All you would have to do here is just patrol your army into this and you will win the game. But we're kind of giving him time to get upgrades. Oh, now he's elite sergeant. But he doesn't have any blacksmith tech still. There we go. Yeah, these capped rams are going to be a problem. Rams are really hard to deal with as Britons. Like, you have the swordsman now, but... Oof. We're kind of failing here a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on, but I guess we garrisoned half the dudes. Yeah. We got a micro back, though. We don't want to let the sergeants get on the longbowman. All we got to do is, like, click the guys back, because we're not winning this fight here. We don't want the longbowmen to be tanking. Like, the problem here is that the longbowmen are tanking. We need them all in a ball back here, but they're all kind of split up, so they're getting eaten. Getting a little eaten. But, I mean, the longbowmen still, they're doing the work, though. Like, look at this, actually. I thought you were going to get absolutely wrecked here, but honestly, like, you ended up kind of not dying here, which was not what I expected. But, yeah, like, look, they don't have any armor. They'll just die. No need to be scared. Okay, yeah, watch our knights do absolutely nothing because this castle's here, because they have no upgrades. Okay, they're going for the skirms. That's good. Actually, you know, they ended up actually doing okay here. But, I mean, more longbowmen would have been better. Because then you would have still killed the skirms, and then you would have had useful units instead of useless units. Yeah, I think the longbowmen would have done at least as good of a job, if not better. There's always a cost for everything. Wait, you have Warwolf. Ooh, Warwolf 100% accuracy is so good. More longbowmen in the queue. Longbowmen and, like, champions are actually okay here at this point in the game, but you shouldn't have made champion upgrades until you had all the upgrades on the longbowmen. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, you want to finish the upgrades on one unit and then go for the other unit. Champion coming in. Nice. You can get that on the castle. That'll be good. Monks for healing. Beautiful. Definitely good. And I like that you have all the barracks out here out on the map, and you got a little bit of map control. Nice. Do we have auto reseed on? Yeah, auto reseed's good at this stage. And, I mean, with Warwolf, you might as well just kill these Trebs first, too, right? You don't want to lose your castles because you're going longbowman. Beautiful. We lost one of them, but whatever. And you got masonry and architecture, too. And hoardings, I believe, so... You definitely know your stuff on the upgrades. That's good. Okay. Beautiful. And you're in range of the castle, too. This is good. Okay, we're going to speed it up here because I don't think there's any more to really learn from this fight. Or from this game. It's just going to be, like... late game stuff. We definitely don't need to see it in slow motion. We have 2 relics versus 3, so could be pretty even. Longbow's out of 1 castle. Yeah, I mean, we need to get another castle, but that's why we got this stone coming down. Where's our armor? Ooh, champions without armor are useless. Really need to get that armor on the champions. I mean, they're working kind of, but they shouldn't do anything. We're gonna, oh no, we're gonna throw all the champions under the castles. Eee. Cavalier. Once he gets the Halbert Cavalier, that's going to be really tricky to deal with, but he is sending them in without any upgrades, so they're all going to die. Nice. Taking out another castle. That gives you a little bit of breathing room. If you take this castle, then all this dies. Ooh, you get back here even. Is that a Don John? Alright. It's fine. Not a big deal. Can you deny it? Deny it. See. Oh no, it got up. Well, you have Trebs. It's fine. It's just the Trebs are gonna spend time killing this instead of killing this, so it's gonna take you. It's gonna cost you time, which is a valuable resource in this game. Honestly, at this point, you can just buy castles. Like, buy, like, 2 castles. Sell all the wood, get, like, a castle back here, because this is a great spot. And, I mean, this is a good spot, too. Or even back a little further. Would have been okay. Yeah, I mean, what's the market price at? Yeah, oh, yeah, you could definitely, like, full sell everything. Champions going in, but we don't have armor. They're all gonna die. They're all gonna die to the castle. Ay, ay, ay. At least if you're gonna go that deep, just commit on the Trebs. It would have been better to just kill the Trebs and throw all the champions instead of try and retreat and still lose all the champions. As we can see. Does he have his +2 armor yet? Yeah, he does. So they're slightly better, but they're still not really that good. At this point, like, the only thing that wins for Teal is if he actually gets his upgrades on his Cavalier. Like, he doesn't have upgrades, so the Cavalier just don't really do anything. At least, they're definitely not worth their cost. He needs to get, the final armor. He has Halberg, but he doesn't have the final armor, so... Final armor's another +2. Yeah. Warwolf should be pretty good. How long does this game go, by the way? Because I don't think there's really much more to learn here. Trash Wars. Longbowman should be pretty good. Like 15 more minutes? Alright, we'll watch till the end then. I just don't want to be here for like 3 hours. Nice. Okay. So far so good. You shouldn't really lose the Arb mass. Nice, we have champs, or we have Halbs coming in. Now, what can the Sicilians do? As long as we have... We need to max out, though. We need to get to 200-200. That's really the key. So, in this situation, when it's in the end of the game, all we need to do, max out before moving out. So, we never want to move out until we are 200-200. Generally. So, good castle. This is exactly what I was saying. Like, the castle a little further back in this area. So, I think your castle placements are generally really good. We need to get some repairs on the Trebs, though. Like, look, he's killing your Trebs. He's getting kind of lucky here on the Trebs, but he's still killing the Trebs somehow. Oh, yeah, these Longbowmen support. So good. He will never win the Treb war, though. Nice. Now you kill that. This castle was kind of bad from the opponent because it's really close to your base, so you can siege it from inside your base, which... Yeah, you can't really do anything now. Teal's out of res. So, yeah, he's kind of dying. More buildings on the map. Really good. Yeah. Well, Teal's trying to fight this with Trebs, but I don't think that's going to work. Sicilians... Wait, do they not have bombard cannons? I can't even remember. I thought they do. Right? Maybe they don't. Can't remember. They don't. Yeah, they're kind of weird. They have hand cannons though, right? Like it's something weird like that, right? Could be wrong. Honestly, you just go cavalry with that civ, so it doesn't even matter. All right, never mind. They got siege onager. Oh yeah, true. Siege onager against longbowmen though. I guess it could be okay at this level, but I mean at high level it's probably not going to be good. All right, yeah, Teal's actually dead. Nice, we got the repairs, but didn't quite work, but whatever, it's fine. Nice production queues. We got one archer. Wait, where's our archer? Oh, the lone archer. 4+6 range on the... Look at this archer. Look at how far it's shooting. Yo. 10 range archer. That's OP. Shooting across the map. Insane range. He's got a kill too. 2 kills. Oh my god. How many more is he? Oh, he's gonna die. He's on the front line. No. All right. We just need siege. 74 halves in the queue. All right. That's yeah, we can just spam units for days. The main thing we need is siege, as we see. I think once this castle falls, Teal will just fall apart, though. Because that's the only thing preventing you from going in is this castle. So, you kill this castle, you go in and you win. Don't even need to kill the castle, honestly, but it's probably good to do. There we go, we're maxed out again. It's so hard to kill this Britain army, and having the heals is really nice. 2 monks in there, keeping the longbowmen fresh. Good stuff. What's the market price? Are we still... Where's the market? I don't know my hotkey in Capture Age. Oh, he's raiding the bottom. Oh, wow. The food price is still crazy. We just sell food. Sell food. Like, I would just sell 4,000 food right now. Like, all of it. Just make more longbowmen and siege. He's trying to raid, but you have really good castle placements, so he can't kill you. This castle's... Yeah, it takes a bit of map control. Supports Trebs if you have here against this. Not bad. No, Rams in this situation against the skirms is good. I think it's fine. Just helps them to push in. And it's, like, pretty inexpensive. It's not necessary, but it's not bad. Like, look, all the trash units go after this, and then he kills these, so it's kind of fine. You could send a ram at this. Hey, David. Sicilian should have had Siege Ram. Yeah, Siege Ram against Sicilians is really good. It should have been like Siege Ram Halbert Cavalry or Cavalier just from the start of him. But he tried to go for Sergeants first, which was kind of not really good. Are those Rams better than having 2 more Trebs? Yeah, population-wise, they're not good. But, I mean, when you're just spamming stuff across the map, you're like losing units all the time. I think you want to definitely have 4 Trebs, but then the Rams are a lot cheaper. You just send them in. So GG's. Well played. Yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about what could have been improved earlier on. Yeah, Teal's going fast. 20 APM, it's all you need. You don't need to go fast. I mean, you do need to go faster to get better, but as you learn more hotkeys and stuff, you will get faster. So... You don't try and improve APM, you just improve your skills and your APM will rise. But yeah, the pretty good map control. Like, I like all the buildings on the map too. It's like, man, how many barracks do you have? This is sick. This is so many. So good. Yeah, well played.